went to undergrad at Montclair State. I did not grow up in a political family or a family that had any lawyers in it, or, I don't know that we even knew any lawyers or that my parents knew any lawyers, but sort of, became introduced and exposed to more of that area and that field in undergrad at Montclair State. And then really just the people surrounding me that were so, passionate about it, and different issues and views that they were involved in, and, really learning how to argue with people without hating them, which is really a hard thing, I think, for most people, and especially now, seems to be a pretty common problem, but something I really learned how to do sort of in undergrad. So that sort of led me to law school from there, and sort of just ran with it from there. Went to law school at New York Law in the city. I started working here, actually where I work now, McLaughlin Nardi, and I've been working there. I worked there while I was in law school, and I stayed here, and now I'm a partner. My first year out, I got assigned out for pro bono service, and panicked, because I think it was a criminal matter, something I had no experience with, had never taken a class on, no one in my firm had done, so it was really a panic situation. And then I think the second year I was a lawyer, I think I got called again for pro bono service, and again I had someone in jail, and I had to go, see her in jail, and being responsible for trying to get this person out of jail, and I probably spent about 1,000 hours trying to make sure I didn't mess up. So I think at that point, people were telling me, well, you got to go to legal services. I was like, okay, sure, I can do that. And then kept speaking with the people there, and specifically Janet is always fantastic, and they really help you through how to do it. They have a great, fantastic website on how-tos on these areas, specifically expungement. I think that's why I picked it, because I thought that their instructional background and guides were so clear. I was like, I can do this. I won't mess anybody up doing this, and I can do this right, and I can do this, well, and we can get this done for people. But sort of the more I did it, the more I wanted to do it, because, you meet these people that otherwise would never hire an attorney, and you get sort of their background. And I've never had someone that I didn't think deserved an expungement 100%. Everybody is trying to do the best they can with what they have. I have one case I think of in particular, and just took forever too, but sort of a middle-aged guy, and had a huge amount of the juvenile record was huge, again, we're talking decades before, and you can just see from the records, this person was in a bad home situation, was not being supported at home, was, not going to school when he should have been going to school, mandated, was ending up, getting in trouble a lot. And I think what was really shocking is after the first, few charges for juvenile, kind of minor things, but just kept adding up, you started seeing, well, the next time he got charged, instead of one charge, there's 9 charges that all seem like they're on the same thing. So, it's not a possession charge, it's a possession charge and a paraphernalia charge and a weapons charge, but not really a weapons charge. And, there wasn't really a weapon. And, just you're seeing that he's now in the system, and he is now being treated like he's in the system. And I'm going, this is just the pinnacle reason why expungements are important, because this person grew up with very little potential, very little support system, no money to be, heard of, and, getting older, wants to get his life together, and can't do that because of these things that happened, really at a time where he was not in control of his life at all, and was really failed by the system in many, many levels. like expungements are best for people who can't pay, because they are the ones who have been, really hurt by the system from day one and really need and deserve this second chance to start over and make their lives better. But at the same time, that makes everyone's life better. You know what I mean? Being able to get employed as a result of an expungement impacts so much. It impacts, not just this person's life, this person's family's lives, this person's community, their economy, their unemployment rates, their stress on welfare programs, because this person now no longer needs those welfare programs. I think it hits every level of making it a better society, and it starts at this sort of square one of getting this second chance. So I think that's really why I almost fell in love with expungements. I'm really committed to them, and I think that they're almost the best way to do something that sounds small that can make a great social impact in the long run.